Okay. We are.
Are these pictures?
We're
of some of
live.
the
We're
people?
live
Oh, we're
already.
live. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're live.
Okay, I better not do that again.
Yeah. So there's probably. Oh, come on. I don't see it there, but I'm gonna. Anyways, we're live. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to another episode of Mom and Me Live.
Well, and for once we're not out of breath because we're not been rushing. We're really relaxed tonight.
Very relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm Denise. If you haven't been here before,
And I'm Leon.
woohoo! So we're very excited to come to you live and share with you a couple of the things that we're excited about with the Stampin' Up! Products. So we tonight, I hope everyone is well, and I do not see it there, so I'm really hopeful that we are live. But anyways, we're gonna try this and see what happens. Oh, we do. See, so there's chat. Okay, just 1 second. I just wanted to see something.
Okay.
Yeah, see, they're seeing it in Crafty Cave. I don't know why
Okay.
I'm not seeing it, but they are.
Oh, okay.
Weird. I guess you just have to have a lot of trust when you do these things. All right. Hello, ladies. Oh, there we go. See? All right. So, okay. Whoops. No. Where'd that just go? Oh, there. Oh, right there. See? Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Sorry. I digress. All right. So, today, this is June. Can you believe it's June?
No, I can't. No.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So time sure is flying by. I am not complaining with June though, because I do love the nice warm weather. I will take this warm weather anytime over that 4-letter word snow. And just want to give a special shout out there in case some weeks we found out that my grandchildren are watching YouTube and seeing their Gigi. They call me Gigi, and their great grandma. They're seeing us live. So, hi, Loxley.
Hi. Hi, Devin.
Hi, Roselle. Oh, Devin gets a hi. You better say hi to Larissa now.
Hi, Larissa, too.
All right.
Just have to remember my age.
Oh, we're using that excuse now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta do something.
I was wondering how old you have to be before you start using that excuse.
Well, yeah, I was told I'm eligible now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm. That's good. Okay. Didn't you say I shouldn't make mistakes before we started?
I just pulled a boo-boo, so you're okay now.
Okay. So tonight it's June. June, this is the last month to shop out of this Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. The annual catalog, of course, which Mom is shopping through here, is active, of course. And of course, it looks like our wish list is very large. Not a surprise. So you'll have to check out my site. There are several things, some things in this catalog that are retiring and you will not see again, and there are some things that carried over into that annual catalog that are in the other catalog as well. So tonight we wanted to feature the Well Suited set. So Well Suited. So I'm gonna try some. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm getting fancy here. So let me just share so you can see. This is the Well Suited suite, and you can see that there's a stamp set called Handsomely Suited, And this, in the dark gray here, these are the dies that come with that set. And we're going to play with those tonight. And I'm going to show you how cool those are. And they are still in they carried over into the big catalog too. But some things that you only have to the end of June to get are the coordinating paper. There's some pattern paper. And the pattern paper, I'll show you in a second when I stop sharing my screen. And the twine. And these two items are something that are not carrying over. So there's something to take advantage of before the end of June. So, all right, so I'm going to stop that sharing of that screen. And I'm going to show you the paper that comes in that suite. Sorry, I always do that. I have to figure out how to do that without getting my top in there. So there's just some gorgeous paper. And are often looking for some masculine sets. This is a beautiful tweed. I don't know if it's going to show up. Some nice plaid. Of course, these are double-sided, but I'm showing you how the one on each side. So you get 2 sheets of each. So yes, I know you're making me flip them now. Mom's flipping. So as you can see, there's many different ones. Oh, this one's actually got some flowers. So that actually isn't just all masculine paper. This is beautiful. I don't know. It's pinstripe. I'm a pinstripe fan. Love pinstripe. Some diagonals. Oh, for those paisley lovers out there. I think that's paisley. Oh, this is also just a really sweet, elegant pattern. Okay, so that is the paper, and we're gonna play with some of that tonight too. So tonight we are going to make 2 cards tonight. So a little, and I know it is Father's Day, but you have we do a little bit of masculine and feminine here. So we're going to look at your arm in here. Let me get a better. Oh, pardon my chest again. I don't my chest. Oh, this way.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Yeah, there.
Notice the expensive beads.
Oh, expensive pearls. Yes, yes. So there you go. These are the 2 cards that we're gonna make, and they look fancy, don't they? But they are so easy to make. These dies make them very, very easy, easy cards. So we'll start with our masculine guy, our guy in a nice suit here. And so in order to make that, I'll show you the supplies you're going to need. You will need, this is the thick basic white, I believe it's called now. It used to be called Whisper White. Thick basic white cardstock. In our normal size here, it's our 5.5 by 8.5. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of this designer series paper, and you can cut them at 4 by 5.25. And then you're going to need a scrap of Cajun Craze and a scrap of Whisper White. And this isn't the thick Whisper White now, it's just the regular basic white, sorry, cardstock. And you'll need this is about a 1.5 inch by 5.5 inch piece of Cajun Craze. Again, I just took that out of my scrap paper. And lastly, you'll need a scrap of basic black cardstock. And actually, I shouldn't have said lastly, because the one thing, sticky notes are always your friend when you're using the die cutting machines. Okay, so that you can hold your, sometimes you have the magnetic plate, but for sometimes when you're doing the long tie, it's better if you can put it down so it doesn't shift on you. And then, so that's the paper we're going to need. And then we're going to need, this is the stamp set, of course, the handsomely suited stamp set. And for this card, we're going to use the tie. So I put it on block E. And Cajun Craze ink pad. And then I used my basic black archival ink and a sponge dauber. I know the long sponges are very popular now, but for the detail work, sometimes this is when you still would like sponge daubers are great. And of course, an adhesive of your choice, whether it's a snail runner or tape. I like the Tombow glue, so I'm using the Tombow glue. And this is what you need to make this card. So we're going to make this, and you'll see how quick and easy, and the dies, sorry, the framelits is what you need too. So we have the framelits ready to go. So the first thing that you're going to do, we said we were totally organized, but where's the bone folder? I got it. I get it quick.
You just do your talk.
Do my talking. Do my talk. All right. So for the magic of television, we're gonna fold this card in half in a minute. Use our bone folder. But while we're waiting for Mom to grab the bone folder, we're gonna go back to those two pieces of the pattern paper. They're both the same size, 4 by 5 1/4. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this die here, the framelit out of the dies that cuts the V, and we are going to, and I'm going to leave it so it's just off the edge at the top and then comes down all the way down. So my framelet's just off the edge of the paper at the top, and we're going to cut that out using our,
I must have left it on the table.
our cutting and embossing machine. It's right there, Mom. Okay, and then so once we've cut that out with that framelit, then we will have this piece here. So you can see that's what we have when we've cut that out. So now that we've cut that out, we are now going to take the other piece of cardstock of pattern paper, and for that one we are going to cut this die out of it, which just gives us that nice collar. See, you thought you were going to have to fancy fold paper. The little die does it all for you. How is that for easy peasy? Hi, ladies. Hi. So next time, Mom, you know what we have to do is we have to get your computer up so that I can see, so I can see what's going on here. I can see them chatting, but I can't see names. Okay. So we're going to cut this piece out. We're going to cut this little one out, which is the pocket. See, easy peasy. And this tiny little guy. So if you're making a few of these cards, you can see you would be able to get a few pockets and a few of those out. Oh, there you go. Mom's going to fold our card in half for us and bone fold it. So we're going to cut those pieces out of that pattern piece. And with our cut and emboss machine and our dies. And then that will leave us with the pocket, this collar, and the little die piece. So we've done all of that now. You can set those aside. I'll put the dies back on the, when I get a die set, I take it off the sticker card and I put it on a magnet sheet. So we'll just put this back together so that we don't lose our dies. The magnets help keep them in place so we don't misplace them. All right, so we've got those. You can see you've got bow ties in this and little clips. It's so cute. All right, so we have those 3 pieces done. Then we're going to take, like I said, we're going to take that piece of scrap black and we're going to use the little button die. You can see how cute that is. It cuts 6 little buttons. I'm all about the little. And then it'll give us two little buttons. You have to see that you in up close you can see the detail of those buttons. So we have 2 little, there's 2 little buttons there. 2 buttons, and you can really, you can see the little, you know, where you cross your stitches and everything. You can see the detail that it gives you in those dies. All right, so we've got that one done. And then, so our black is done. Then we are going to take our scrap of white and we're going to cut this die, which is our little, another little, the upper collar here part. Oops, you can't see what I'm pointing to. The upper collar, the white, the upper collar part here. So we're cutting one of those out and then one of those out of the Cajun craze. Okay, so 2, we're using that die twice, cutting those out, and so, okay, so that gives us that piece of collar and that piece of collar. So we've almost got all our pieces ready. Then we've take that piece of Cajun craze and we get our Cajun craze ink pad. And this is a large stamp. So rather than put my stamp on here where it's not going to fit quite, I'm going to put the stamp down flat and without rolling that ink pad, just tap it on top to get our nice tie image. I'm going to close that up again. And we're going to stamp that tie. And that's going to give us a beautiful tie. Boy, wouldn't you, love to be able to tie ties that easily, right? Not have to twist them a million times. So we take that tie and we use our die. And this is what I'm talking about. Because it's long and narrow, before you put it through your cutting and emboss machine, you just put a sticky note over top so that it keeps it in place so you get your printed image right. And that means that once we've done that, we have now our tie. Perfect tie, all cut out, ready for our card. So now we just have to do a little bit of sponge daubing. And so we're just going to take the sponge dauber and take just this piece that's going to go on top because we want to give it, oh, you can't see what I'm talking about again, just this piece, because I wanted to give it some, because it's the same color paper. If I just put that paper onto here without sponge daubing and glued it down, you really lose it. You don't really see it. See? But by sponge daubering it with the black, it on the edges, it just brings out that collar. So we're going to just ink the edges of that with our black, just to bring it out. And so I just give me 1 second and we'll dauber those up. And while I'm daubering that, we will get Mum. So this is our card front, and we have this piece, remember, that we cut out at first, and we're just going to glue that right on the, oh, actually, we have to leave room, though, Mum, for our tie to tuck in down here.
Okay.
So so when you glue, just glue
around
your
the edge.
edges
Okay.
and leave that little bit so we can tuck our tie into our shirt.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to go back to daubering a little bit. Just like I said, to bring out the difference between the two colors. So it's using the same, the colors of black paper and it's black ink, but it just gives you that little bit of highlighting. Highlight. And so has everyone here got swimming pools? Everybody been in pools enjoying? There's sure been a lot of people applying for pool permits. I work at a township office, and actually my 2-year anniversary is tomorrow. I've been working there for 2 years. All right, our pocket, again, we're going to give it just a little bit of dauber as well. So I'm just daubering those pieces that we cut out of the paper. And now my fingers are going to be covered in a little bit of ink, but it's no fun if you don't get inky fingers, right? Gotta get dirty. All right. So we have that done, that inked up. So we're all done with the black now. All done with that. And we're done with the Cajun Crease ink. Oh, look how we're doing tonight. Just going lickety-boo. Now, you might be wondering, since we've got this piece, you might be wondering this collar piece, why we cut a Cajun Crease collar piece out, because you don't see that piece on this card, but you do actually. So if you see his, what do you call that again? When that handkerchief.
Yeah.
Yeah. See his nice fancy handkerchief? That's how we're going to use this piece, the collar, same as the collar, to create that. And all we're going to do is fold it in half to create your two little triangles. And then we're going to take our pocket and glue that to the back of the pocket and make it look pretty so that his handkerchief is sticking out. So I'm gonna glue that down so that we're happy with that.
Well, are you happy with that? And then I'll just glue that down if you're happy with it.
Well, we're gonna put.
I know that's gotta go on yet.
Yeah, we're gonna. Just a minute, Lloyd. Yeah, because we'll see. We have just a second. See, it's better to put this piece in first, Mom, the white piece, because if we put the white piece, then we can tuck our, or as long as we know, because we're going to leave that open too, so we can slide our tie. We can slide our tie in. Yeah, we want our, Yeah, well, we can see where it goes now. If we just, because that will tuck in there. So, okay, so I'm showing Mom. Sorry, I gotta show you guys. Okay, she was asking if it was time to just glue down the tie, knowing that it's gonna tuck in there. And then this is going to go at the top like this. So it does reach across. So I think we are going to, yeah, no, that way. I think it's, so, okay, so if we do that there, oh, that just tore. We want to be careful with that. Yeah.
You see it shows on both sides there too, really.
Where?
Right here.
No, it doesn't. Oh, that piece does. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and glue that tie down then. Whoops. All right. Well, Mom's going to glue the tie down. I'm going to glue the napkin into place behind here. All right. Oh, sorry, I stopped talking. Oh, I was thinking and not talking. That's something we didn't do. We've got one glue bottle and two of us, so
Here.
That's okay. All right, I'm gonna use a good old glue dot. Okay. All right, so again, I'm just putting his handkerchief in. So a little handkerchief. All right. Mom's just doing that. So just gotta wait for a second.
Well, you got the glue if you want.
I'm done. I have to use the card.
Sorry, man. Sorry, sir.
Okay, so Mom tucked the tie in and glued the tie down. We need to put the collar up top here. So we're gonna glue that down, and I'm not gonna glue the tips of the collar because I want I want these tips to just stick up a little bit. You know how men's collars stick up just a little bit when they're dressed and ready to go. And this was one piece. It should be one piece. It just tore as we were doing it. So that's what good old glue is for. I want that tie not to show though. So I think it's still better to do this collar first and then put your tie in so your tie doesn't end up too high.
You can't lift it once it's stuck.
Oh. Everyone hold their breath.
I'm holding.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, so lesson learned. Put your
Tie.
Put your collar
Collar
down
on,
first and then your tie. All right. So nice and easy peasy. It looks great. See, don't even know when we make mistakes. Remember, that's what card making is all about. Nobody ever sees the original. And make sure you clean your hands because look, my collar is dirty now. Just like a true collar, it's dirty. Then you're just going to take your piece that we sponge daubered and our little, so instead of having to fancy fold paper and trying to get the fold just right symmetrical on both sides, it's as easy as just gluing it on top. This die set is absolutely, it's classic because, I mean, suits do not go out of style. This is a die set that you want in your collection. for those men's and special occasions. You know, you never know when someone in your family is going to get married and you're going to want to make a card for the groomsmen and stuff, or you might have communion and it's a nice suit tie for that. Look at how cute that is. But we still have to make it cuter because we have to add our pocket. So we're going to add our pocket, and again, I just glued it down. This is just a glue card. Glue and paper. This is a very inexpensive card to make, but wow, does it give a wow. All right. So we have our pocket down. Whoa! Look at that. Oh, it's coming together. But one more detail. Remember, we cut out 2 little black buttons. Now, the easiest way to put these black buttons on is to get remember we have the take a pick tool. It's got like pokey at one end, and this end has got the sticky, like almost like a, Mac tack, So we're gonna use that Mac tack to pick up our fancy dandy button and put it on right to your glue dot roll to pick up a glue dot. And then I'll use my pick to pick that glue dot back off there with the button. How easy is that? And take it and add it to the front of the card. And that was just fun, so much fun that I want to do it again. So I pick up my handy dandy little button with my Mackie Tacky. I don't think those are the correct words, but anyway.
Sounds good.
Take it to the glue dot, stick it to the glue dot, use my picky tool end, pick it back off, pick, 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 pick. Anyone else sound choppy? Uh-oh. Oh, have we got choppy sound, people? I hope not. Anyone can respond to that so that we know. All right. And perfect. Woo, woo. Okay. I may have to re-record this if it's choppy. Hopefully we won't have to do that. We'll see how it goes. If anyone can let me know. If I still have anybody watching. Left came back better now. Oh, good. Okay, so it was the user. Okay, oh, I'm so glad. I'm not glad you had sound issues, but I'm glad that we're still taping. So there you go. That's how easy that card is using these dies. Makes it look like you fancy folded the card, but it was just dies all glued together. Isn't that fun? I love it. All right, so there, now we have those done.
Okay.
Woo, woo. Oh, that's exciting. All right. It's just too much fun, guys. It is a lot of fun to play with these. All right, so now we're gonna make, you thought that card was easy. Wait till you see how easy it is to make this little precious card, which goes so beautifully together with our suit guy. All right, so oh, there's your wedding party started. Do suit guys. I just see I see some great uses for these cards. Okay, graduations are coming. Suit card can be good for graduations. Okay, so like I said, we're going to make this card. So let's talk about the pieces that you need to make these cards. All right, this card is, you're going to need, wait, Mom's ready to fold it already. She's trying to grab it from me. Okay, we do love to do this. Hang on 1 second. 8.5 by 5.5 piece of very vanilla cardstock, and we are going to score that at 4 1/4. Mom's going to fold it and bone fold it in a minute. Okay, she's dying to do this. I want to show all the pieces. All right, let her fold it. Remember that piece, guys. Then you're going to need, this is a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock. Blushing Bride is Stampin' Up! Product. It's the best product out there, let me tell you. Best quality cardstock. So Blushing Bride, and this is your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have a piece of sticky note handy, and you're probably wondering, why do you have a piece of sticky note handy? Well, we need that piece of sticky note for the framelits again, because we are going to use our framelits. We are going to use the V. Oh, it's right in front of me. We are going to use the V again like we did before, only we're just going to cut a small V out of the top. And we are going to need this is the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder. So we're going to use that. And we are going to need the Blushing Bride ink pad and a Blushing Bride sponge dauber. A scrap piece of Very Vanilla. As you can see, I've used it to cut one collar out, and there's still room for another collar here. So scrap piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. Stampin' Dimensionals, and of course your Tombow glue or glue of choice. And the Pearl Basic Jewels. Oh, I love the pearl. Thanks, Doreen. Hi, Doreen. Okay, so the Pearl Basic Jewels. So this is what we're going to need for this card. So let's set these aside for a second. Mom has very nicely folded our card. So our next step is going to be, remember to take this Blushing Bride 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock. Use the framelit that came out of our suit dies. And with our suit die, remember we cut the suit all the way down the front. But for our pearl card, we're just going to cut down a little bit. We don't want too much cleavage on the ladies.
Well, no, because sometimes it doesn't look too nice.
Yes, we have to be prim and proper. Okay, so I guess if you're making a teenage card, you can drop it down. Or maybe if you're making a card for Dolly Parton
or somebody. Yeah. Okay.
But for this one, we're gonna be conservative, and we're going to just place it there. So because we're only going to cut that far in, again, of course, we're going to use a sticky note to hold it in place when we put it through the Big Shot. And of course, it's called the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now we used to have the Big Shot. Now we sell the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It does the same thing. Cuts dies. Cuts out your framelits. I call these dies too because that was the original term for them. These ones are framelits. They're dies. They cut out things. Forgive me. Okay. So then we're going to take that piece that we cut that out, and then we're going to run it with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We're going to put it into our Parisian Flourish embossing folder, run it through our machine, and then we're going to have this beautiful image on our card. So now, as you can see, that is going to get glued to the front of the card. Simple as that. So while we go on to the next step, I'm going to pass this to Mom, and she's going to glue that to the front of the card. All right. Don't worry, we don't have anything to push underneath, so you're good. Okay. Set my embossing folder aside. I used my scrap piece of Very Vanilla, and we use I can show you these. I pull these dies off here. We use that little collar piece again. Reminds me of like Mrs. Beasley or something, you know, I don't know. And we're going to put that down, run it through our Big Shot, and we will Big Shot die cutting machine. And then we have our little collar for the top of our blouse. And we are going to, on the back of this one, we are going to put the Stampin' Dimensionals because we're going to pop that up. So we're going to pop that there and pop that there. All right. So that's what we're going to do there. And then, so we have that done. And we are already done with the dies for this card. We just needed that. So we'll put the dies aside for now, the framelits aside. And Mom's going to bring our card back in a second. And when she does, then we will be able to put our color onto our card.
You can't rush perfection.
Okay, I'm not rushing perfection. That's for darn sure. Okay. All right. So here we go. And we're going to, of course, take off the backs of your little dimensionals. And of course, I don't know about you, but I find these in my bra and everywhere. Okay. But they are the best dimensionals that you will ever buy. So now we are going to, I have to turn this around for a second just so I can see what I'm doing. I'm such a visual, there we go. I'm such a visual person. I need to see my collar at the top. All right. So it's as simple as that. Just whoops. Oh. Okay, if you take backing off the dimensional, it will stick. I'm just saying. Remember to remove the backing. What did you say?
Amateurs are always making mistakes.
Oh my gosh, I work as a professional. Okay. So look at this now. It looks really, really good. And you could leave it like this. But we want to add a couple of things. We're going to add our pearl necklace, which I'll show you. And I like to highlight a little bit of the embossing using the Blushing Bride ink pad and a sponge dauber. And of course you could do this before you glued it down, but we didn't. So we'll just give the blouse a little bit of dimension. If it was one of our blouses, we'd of course add a little coffee stain to the front too.
Make it more real.
Make it real. Oh. I'll dauber that down a little bit. Okay, and look how that just brings that out. Right, just brings the blouse up a little bit. All right, now for our last step, look at this. What a 5-minute card. This is super duper easy peasy. I love this set. And there's bow ties. There's dies in this set we didn't even use yet, which means there's more opportunity for us to make more. So for our pearls, I'm going to use the handy dandy picker again to pick up the pearls. I want 7. I used 7 pearls, and so I'm going to kind of try to eyeball. And of course the pearls you can move around a little bit too afterwards if it's still not in the right spot. It took me a minute to get the other one done, but and I put the pearls right close to each other. 1, 2, 3. And I'm already going to shift that. So it's just underneath slightly. And then time to work with this. Okay. And then 4. Bring my necklace back up. 4. Oh, you know what I did with that one? I found that because the cardstock is raised a little bit, and this layer is a little bit lower, for the center pearl there, I found when it was sinking in a bit, I just took my glue dots And even though it was already adhesive on the back of this pearl, I added one glue dot to the back just to give it that extra little bit of height to bring it up to match the others. So just a little trick for you if you're finding that they weren't, you know, coming to that same height. Just grab a little glue dot and circle our necklace back around. And I'm working upside down, which is very interesting here. Oh, I got a runaway pearl. Get back there. Okay, I'll turn it around for 1 second, see how it's looking. See if I'm happy. I'm almost happy. I want one more, because you know why I want 7? Because I always say, even though one's going to be sort of tucked under my collar a bit there, you always want to work in your odd numbers, right, on your front of things. I don't know. There's some sort of theory as to why that works too. But there's our gorgeous pearl necklace, and that's it. Our card is done. We have completed our his and hers cards using the well-suited set. I hope you all enjoyed seeing that. I hope that if you own that set, that you get it out and play with it. And don't worry, it will be with us for another year, so I'm sure that we'll be using it again and again, because I can, like I said, I can see so many uses for this. Again, it is, if you're wondering, the bundle, now the paper, that designer series paper, it's $15.75, and it is going away. You have till June 30th, or it is while supplies last right now. So if you like that paper, get that while you can, because it is some gorgeous masculine paper. The handsomely suited stamp set is 20. Oh, it's right there. This handsomely suited stamp set, which has some really nice sayings too. We didn't do our sayings, but they've got a birthday there. Thank you. You're the best. You could, this stamp set up top. Yes, we have a happy Father's Day, handsome. But of course, we can, tape across our stamp, and we've got handsome. So lots of and some really cute bow ties and ties. And that stamp set is $29. And the suit and tie dies, see, they did call them dies here. Okay, I thought they were framelits. The suit and tie dies, you get, there's 14 dies in that set, and that is $44. Now, right now, if you order this before June 30th, then you do get 10% off that. You order the bundle, and it's $65.50 for that bundle. Okay, so yeah, like,
very good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. If anybody has any suggestions or anything for what they ever want to see Mom and I demonstrate or do, please do leave us comments. I still don't understand why. I'm going to just try and see again quickly if I can see. We always play this back, and we always read through all the comments again after, and try to, we definitely comment back to you. So leave us a comment, because we love, we enjoy that. It's, we like to read through them and see who is, oh, there we are. Okay. So let's see if I can make that big. Okay. Hi. Okay. So hi, Laura, Cindy, and now I can see it. I don't know why it must have been a delay for me not being able to see it before. Marlene and Nancy, Karen, nice to see you guys. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you could join us. And leave us a couple of comments, and Mom and I on our for our customers in our Facebook Live group, because this is also on YouTube, but in our Facebook Live group, you leave us a comment, or on YouTube, leave us a comment, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, very good.
Join our email list, and message us and send us your address and details, and we're happy to send. Oh, thanks, Karen. Karen said great cards, and Cindy said nice cards. Oh, thanks so much. All right,
very good.
well,
No,
have a great week.
yes, yeah, and enjoy it, everyone, because it rain tomorrow, and then we're supposed to get some nice weather for a few days. So
Yeah. So
enjoy.
All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.